Okay, let's dive right into this. We are tackling one of those concepts that seems super simple on the surface, but let's be honest, trips up a lot of us. We're talking about parameters versus arguments. And getting this straight, it's absolutely key to writing clean, solid code. So, have you ever been coding and just paused for a second thinking, wait, which one is which again? If you have, you are in very good company. It's probably one of the most common little mix-ups in programming. But don't you worry, by the time we're done here, this is going to be crystal clear for good. All right, first things first, let's talk about parameters. Now, the best way to think about a parameter is to imagine you're drafting a blueprint for a house or maybe writing out a recipe. This is the planning stage. You're setting up what a function is supposed to do way before it actually does it. So, what is a parameter, really? Well, it's just a name. It's a variable you list inside the parentheses when you first create your function. It's not a real value yet, not at all. Think of it like an empty box that you've put a label on. You're just saying, hey, something is going to go in here later. In our recipe analogy, it's like writing add flour in the instructions, but not saying how much flour. You're just marking a spot for an ingredient. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how simple it makes it. Look at this code. Function, greet, name. See that word name sitting inside the parentheses? That's it. That is your parameter. It's a signal to the function, basically saying, hey, to do my job, I'm expecting to receive some information, and when I get it, I'm going to call it name. Okay, so we've got our blueprint all planned out with its parameters. Now it's time to actually build something. It's time for action. And this is where arguments come into play. We're shifting from planning to doing. An argument is the actual, real-deal value that you give to the function when you tell it to run, when you call it. That empty labeled box we talked about? Well, the argument is what you actually put inside it. If the parameter was the label flour on a recipe, the argument is the 2 cups of actual flour you dump into the mixing bowl. It's the real stuff. And this example just nails it. Here we're calling our greet function, and that piece of text, Aniket, that's the argument. We are passing this real, concrete value into the function. It's going to fill that placeholder spot that the name parameter was holding for us. The placeholder gets the real data. Simple as that. All right, we've looked at them on their own, but, the real aha moment comes when you put them right next to each other. So let's lock this distinction in once and for all. This table just lays it all out, nice and clean. On the left, you've got your parameter. Where do you find it? In the function definition. What is it? A placeholder, just a name. Now look to the right, the argument. You find that in the function call, the part where you actually run the code. And what is it? It's the real value, the actual data. So definition versus call, placeholder versus real data. That's the core difference right there. Now here comes the part that's going to make this whole thing click into place and just stay there forever. If you forget everything else, just remember this one simple rule. This is your golden ticket. You're never going to mix these two up again. And here it is. It's this simple. Ready? Parameter is the name, argument is the value. That's it. The parameter is the name of that placeholder you see in the function's definition. The argument is the actual value you pass in when you call the function. Say it with me. Parameter is the name, argument is the value. That's the heart of it all. So let's just quickly run through it one more time. We start with the blueprint, right? The function definition. And in that definition, we set up these empty labeled boxes called parameters. Then we put that blueprint to work by calling the function and filling those boxes with real data, our arguments. Define with parameters, execute with arguments. And just like that, you've totally decoded this. By really mastering a distinction like this, you're not just learning a definition. You're building a stronger, more confident foundation for yourself as a developer. Every one of these little concepts you solidify makes you a better, more effective coder. So take a second, feel good about it, and then ask yourself, what's the next piece of the puzzle you're ready to solve?